And now we are joined by UFC middleweight Eryk Anders, who faces Darren Stewart on June 12th on the UFC 263 card in a rematch for a no contest decision last time out. Eryk, before we get into the upcoming fight, can you just take us back to that first meeting between you both? What was going through your head in the moment everything was happening with the referee and the doctor?
I thought they were going to let Darren continued to fight. They asked him if he wanted to fight. He said yes. The doctor asked him to walk. He walked over there. The doctor even left and came back in. So I thought, he started to walk out and then he came back in. I thought they were going to let him fight, but, they didn't. So, it is what it is.
And was there any kind of frustration for you in terms of with yourself, knowing that could have possibly been avoided?
Yeah, 100% could have been avoided. And there's nobody to blame but myself. I had him on the ropes. Probably just a few punches away from, getting the first round TKO and, collecting 2 checks. Instead, I didn't. Got ruled no contest and only took home 1 check. So, that's on me. And but I have a 24-hour rule. Win, lose, or draw after 24 hours. I'm over it, and it's on to the next. So, here we are.
And for yourself, do you feel more confident now knowing that you had him on the ropes, so to speak, compared to how you going into the last matchup?
I went into the last matchup with a lot of confidence. It's hard. It would be hard for my confidence to be any higher than it was, going into any fight. It's just, I'm truly believe in my, the work that I put in and my preparation. And especially now with Eddie Chaw and Santino DeFranco, I think that, my career is going to, skyrocket from here.
And how is the training camp going ahead of this fight?
Oh, it's been great, man. I couldn't ask for more. They, I had to plan everything out for 8-9 week camp and, periodization, when I'm doing what, how much I'm doing of what, the intensity every day. So, man, I really just show up, put in the work, and, take it back to the house.
Is there anything different considering you're facing the same opponent again from last time out?
Man, the only difference is the weight. We're fighting at 205 instead of middleweight. So, I'm sure he'll think that works to his advantage. It was definitely his decision to do so, but I'm not sure what advantages that gives him versus middleweight. Him being the smaller guy, But whatever, man. I don't really argue about these things. That's what they came to me with, and it's okay. Let's do it.
So you don't necessarily care what weight it is at. You just want to fight him again.
I didn't really care if I fought him again. If they had offered me somebody else, then I'd be fighting somebody else. But this is just the offer that came across the table. So, like I said, here we are.
And do you expect anything different from him compared to last time out, considering how it played out?
I don't know. I'm sure he'll try to put in a new wrinkle in his game, or I don't think his last game plan worked very well. So he may change some things up, and every fight has a life and history of its own. And just because that fight went the way it did doesn't mean this fight necessarily goes the way it does. I think at 205 he'll be more durable. Just go out there, feel it out, see how it goes, and capitalize on any opportunities that I get.
And can we expect anything different from you?
Yeah, just the evolution in my game. I think I've gotten a lot faster, a lot more powerful, more snap on my punches. Game plan's a little different, technique's a little bit better. You saw the progression from the fight before the first Stewart fight and the Stewart fight, just imagine, 9 more weeks. And it's pretty much, I think I had a month off and, didn't do much for that month before I came back out here and started working with these guys again. So, man, pretty much, I've been working with these guys for 6 months, out of the year. So, yeah, I'm ready to get back in there and show even more progress in my skill set than I did the first time.
And now, obviously, this card is one of the first few that's going to be played in front of fans. How different is it going to be now? Because obviously you probably weren't used to fighting in front of new fans before, and you're going back to fans. What is the difference going to be like for you, do you feel?
Man, you're probably not going to be able to hear your corner as well. I think it adds an extra element of excitement. So, you start pouring on the guy, you hear the crowd, the oohs and ahs. Maybe he gets hit and hears all the and then gets a little amped up in his head, starts swinging back. I think it's easier to get people out of their game plan. I think emotions play more of a factor in a fight when you hear the crowds chant for you and whatnot. So, man, we'll see. I enjoy the fans. I like the excitement. I like the energy. I like everything about fighting in front of fans. Did not really like fighting in front of no fans. It's just almost feel like a sparring match. But I guess that in and of itself is pretty good because you don't get too worked up or anything like that. But man, there's just something about the energy of the crowd whenever you land a big shot or drop somebody. It's not the same as an empty arena.
And how have you found your experience fighting under COVID protocols? Because obviously you had there's a bubble and everything in Vegas, and it's kind of going back to reality now. How do you find fighting under a pandemic in comparison to fighting under, just normally?
Yeah, I really didn't we had to be stuck in the hotel the whole day, for the whole week, when we fought in Vegas. And, as I'm sure you can imagine, that's not fun to, travel to a new city. You can't see or do anything, taste the food, experience things. I mean, for me, I've been to Vegas a bunch, but you just kind of get a little stir crazy sitting in the hotel doing nothing. But I think now that, it's here, Arizona's wide open, I think that we'll be able to go out and walk around and, at least leave the hotel and not be cooped up in the dark all day.
Obviously, this will be your second fight of 2021. How far ahead are you looking past this fight? Are you looking to get a few more fights in this year? Because you only had one fight last year. Is there something you want to do?
I mean, I'd like to fight 3 times, but I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch. Several times after fights, I've needed surgery. I broke my hand or, need elbow surgery or whatnot. So, I don't know what the healing process is going to look like, but ideally in a perfect world, I'd like to get it back in there in October, November timeframe.
And is there anybody particular that you'd like to face at some point, not even in the near future?
I don't know. I haven't really looked at the landscape of the division too much, too heavy. I've been really focused and concentrating on getting prepared for Darren again. But on fight week, I have a little more free time. So I'm sure that, during that week, I'll, see who's fought recently and who's available. And also, you don't know when these guys are going to fight. So, like I said, I'm not trying to fight till October, November. I want to enjoy the summer with the family and kids and stuff. And then it takes 2 months to train for a fight. So, yeah, we're looking at October, November timeframe.
Obviously, it really depends on how this fight plays out. But do you see your future at middleweight?
Yeah, I prefer middleweight. I feel more focused and dialed in at middleweight. But, 205 is fun to fight too because I like to fight, and I don't think that I ever want to fight at middleweight because, man, I have to do so many things right. Very disciplined with my diet and what I'm doing and stuff. And the after the fight, man, I just turned into, a fat slob, It's from like one extreme to the other. So, I don't think that, like for this fight, it would have been really hard for me, I think, to make middleweight again that quickly. So I like to fight, and like it truly is a passion of mine, like the competition and going out there one-on-one type stuff. So 205 is cool for me too, but I think middleweight is my division.
And just before I let you leave, can we just get a prediction from you for that fight?
Man, I don't know. I'm gonna go out there and get my hand raised for sure, though. I don't think that he'll be able to stand in there for 3 rounds. Maybe I finish him, maybe I don't, but either a finish or a unanimous decision.
Are you looking for that bonus? Because it possibly might be 75K with it being
oh man, if you don't think that I'm gonna try and get that, or at least tell Dana, man, hey, keep that same energy on these pay-per-view cards, like you did 262, that go a long way, that extra 25K. So yeah, every time I fight, I'm fighting for a bonus, man. I don't ever just want to, collecting 2 checks is cool, but that third, that 50K, that's just the icing on the cake. Everybody wants that.
Well, thank you for your time and all the best for your upcoming fight.
I appreciate it, brother.